Hello and welcome to another CloudGen video tutorial. Today's lessons will be filling in a survey within a work order. Okay, in order to fill out a survey within the work order, you need to make sure that the work order is out in a scheduled status. If you have not see any training videos yet on how to put the work order in a schedule status, check out the Mid-State Hub or look at step 4 within this process to identify how to put the work order into a schedule status. But since the work order is now in a schedule status, we can go ahead and now fill out these surveys here and they will stay saved with the work order. So how do we get to those surveys? Well, we have our asset ID right here, which is the service line of the customer. And now this blue number 3, that is a hyperlink. Go ahead and click on that and it'll open up the surveys. Now, depending on your process or what stage of this work order we're in, it could have just came in as we just identified the service as a lead, but yet we're not ready to replace it. And I could show you how we could do this real quick to capture information, but yet we could still fill out some of the work order now and then go back to it later when the replacement happens. So let's just say we just received information. It's a lead service and we want to, or it's galvanized and we want to replace it. So we can go right here to this second survey line right here. We can see at the top, these gray bars indicate the surveys, and these questions within CloudGen are conditionally based. So based on what you choose as your answer, more questions will come up and appear. So we can start just a simple filling this out for demonstration. Does the customer have a meter pit? We could say no. Can you enter the house at this time? Let's just say yes. Approximately what year? So if you're the engineer in charge of this project and you know you could find that information through GIS, you could say maybe 1970 right here. Inside the home or building, does the pipe material clearly identified? Yes. Where is the customer service line entering the home or building? Where is it? We have some drop downs where you could choose. It could be on the first floor on the wall. Material, the service line, if this was galvanized or lead, we could say lead. We have those options there. The size, it could be at this point a 3/4. Maybe it's an old one there. Interior plumbing, is the interior plumbing copper? Yeah, again, you're doing this full investigation. You would have all these answers before filling this out. You could say yes, maybe at this point. Uh, did the solder joints contain lead? We could say no. That question popped up based on some of the questions here. If the customer service line is galvanized or lead, would they be interested in the opt out in replacement? And then at this point, you could say undecided if the letter has not been returned back or we're just identifying it. And then we can always go back in and update this when they say yes. So we can keep moving forward. All these questions do have to be answered once you start the survey because they are red and they are mandatory fields. This one here, is there solder joint? That's not a mandatory field. You don't have to answer that. But the ones with the red stars do have to be answered. And so this one here, is there any visible signs of showing theft or service at this point? We just say no. Okay, so we filled out this survey, the customer service line identification, but we are not ready to do the install. So did you replace the service? At this time, we could say no, we did not replace the service, and that's okay. We can always come back into the work order when the service is replaced and update it. So now that we filled all our information out, we'll go ahead and hit save at the top right here. And that saves the information to this work order within this case. And we also see now that the green dot appears where it says survey taken. So we identified some lines of the customer, but we're not ready to do the install, and that's fine. We can just then go back to our regular work orders and our cases, right? We can just go back out to case details. We could start on another case. We could walk away for a week. It doesn't matter. And now, 2 months down the road, if the work order is scheduled and repaired and replaced, we can go back into it and find it. Well, that's how we fill out a survey within a work order. I hope you found this video, you know, uh, accessible to learn, and look for more videos here in the future on the Mid-State Hub. Thank you.